Hi, my name is Patrick. I'm the head of community at Junction, and I study also here in Aalto. I study complex systems as my master's major, and I did computer science as my bachelor's major. And Junction is a global hackathon organizer, and we aim to be the world's largest tech community by organizing hackathons and hackathon-related events around the world, both physical events and also online. So Junction's mission is to empower people with technology. And what it means is that we want to help people attain a certain mindset that there's not only problems, but they are actually more like opportunities. And that is aligned with our vision to becoming like a global tech slash hacker community where, everyone can find a place to solve problems in their life or others and, see in general just problems as challenges. Why we do hackathons and why it's at the core of what we do is because in hackathons you have the essence of problem solving under time stress, under limited resources, and you only work in a small team. And basically what you can see in a hackathon is that people can come up with very, very creative things and create solutions that no one has seen before. And what we do is we only provide them the food, we provide them the tech, and basically we just facilitate the thing. But the participants, we really push them to their limits, and usually after a hackathon, people are physically and mentally exhausted, and so that tells you something. Yeah, so our main event is held annually in November here in Helsinki region, Finland, and it's Europe's largest hackathon, and it lasts an entire weekend. And we get applications close to 10,000 from around the world, over 100 nationalities, and we take 1,500 people. And this year, we're going to also be here in Otaniemi, right at the heart of Aalto, where we also have our origins. For Junction 2019, we're probably going to also have this year 10 tracks. That is sort of our aim, but of course, the world of technology changes, and also the trends and the interests of companies we're teaming up with. So it's hard to say at this point exactly the topics of the tracks, but we're shifting away from sort of technology-based tracks into industry-based tracks. So for example, last year we had tracks like artificial intelligence and blockchain, but this year we don't have those anymore, because we noticed that you can combine these technologies with any other track as well. So like, for example, if you have like logistics or smart cities or future retail or basically whatever, those could also use AI and blockchain. So we've removed those, and this year it's only going to be like industry themes. Yeah, so actually just a few days ago, our first online hackathon ended. And before that, we've had a couple of online challenges. And basically the reason we've started shifting into online is that as we have our hackathons, both here and around the world, there's always the problem that not too many people can join them because of space limitations. So for example, our main event, we get like, last year we had 7,000 something applications, and we only take 1,300. And so there's a lot of people who just can't attend because there's no space. So we know there's a lot of interest in hackathons, a lot of interest in people being challenged, but there hasn't been like premises for that. So that is why we started doing online challenges, and our online hackathon that ended 2 days ago, we had 1,200 registrations, which is quite overwhelming and really nice. And we maybe see that the future of hackathons might also start to be in like the direction of online hackathons. So that is something we're taking quite seriously right now. Junction X concept is a really inspirational thing. So we've got people who have attended Junction, our main event. They've come from abroad, come to here, Finland, and then they take part in our hackathon, and then they say, hey, how can I organize this hackathon back in my home country, or my home university, or my local tech community? And basically what we do is we provide them tools and resources for that. and they organize it. They get the partners, they get the venue, they do everything, but we are just in a huge supporting role. And for that, they also get to use our brand, which assures the participants that it's going to be a great hackathon, they're going to have a good time, and it has a certain level of quality, and that it's about tech and not just, you know, PowerPoint slides. And so that is how it started, and now we're looking to grow globally. And this year we have 8 different Junction X events around the world, and we have already several ones locked for the next year. Yeah, so HealthTech is a fairly new event, or like a concept, and it is held. It's a monthly tech meetup in Helsinki. That's hence the name. And the idea is that you bring together people related to a certain uh, tech topic, and you bring their speakers from both the industry and research and some demos. It's like a couple of hours of conference every first Monday of the month, and then the participants get to like really go into depth into one topic of technology, because there's like a lot of topics and you might have an overview about a lot of things, but then it provides you like this one evening of getting to know that one topic more than what the layperson might know. Basically, what you can learn in Junction, or what you get to do, depends entirely on you. Sort of, what do you want to do? For example, when I came here, I was interested in joining Junction, and I'm a programmer in my background, but I decided I don't want to do programming because that's what I do at school. So I went to do reviewing, and sort of I led the team there. And or back then it wasn't a team; they just said, "Could you organize it?" And I get to learn a lot about sort of getting things done, about meeting people, sending emails, and sort of how to get a hold of someone. And that is just, you know, my story. But there's a lot of volunteers in marketing, design, tech, uh, logistics, production, events help, and we have a lot of volunteers who are very eager to come only to our main event. But we have a lot of volunteers also who stick with us throughout the year, and they have like permanent roles in sort of designing the future of Junction. I've been organizing team building in Junction for a couple of years, and what I've seen is that there's a lot of people from different backgrounds coming, and that is actually one of the strengths in Junction's hackathons. We don't only take programmers, we take also designers, business students. I've had one time I was forming a team, there was someone from psychology and I think special education, or these kinds of backgrounds, and I think they came up with a pretty cool project. And uh, the strength is that you have a very diverse team and people with different kinds of ideas. Of course, you know, you're probably going to be very close to tech, and so technology is very valued, but you might want to keep in mind that if you have people from different backgrounds, that's what makes your team unique. And uh, so yeah, I would suggest also to keep that in mind when making teams or when going to a hackathon. So my advice would be that, first of all, hackathons, you should always go for them and always apply and always just attend them, because uh, in the beginning, most people are going to feel like that they're not qualified enough. They feel like, why should I go to a hackathon? I haven't done a lot of programming. I don't know how to make cool projects in one weekend. I can barely, you know, do a project in like 1 year. But hackathon to me is a lot about learning. And so, and it's actually based on service. It's like what our participants also value quite a lot. So you go to a hackathon with the aspect of learning, then you're good to go, and you can learn a lot of things there. Then I would say that if you're interested in Junction and being part of the world's greatest hackathon community, come talk to us anywhere, basically. Facebook, Twitter, come meet up at Startup Sauna. If you see a person with a Junction t-shirt, ask them, how did you get that t-shirt? And then, you know, that's how you do it. And of course, you should apply to our main event. Uh, I think those are good steps to, you know, get started.